get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown.
You know, it is a shakedown. It is a targeted attack, but Shannon needed to have some accountability because he gave them something to shake down. He gave them something to target by making poor choices.
Trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Oh, you don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women.
Cat, because he told me. He said they're gonna come for you. And I was like, Cat, come on, Cat. I mean, I'm just, you know.
A $50 million bombshell just exploded across the sports world, and its target was none other than broadcaster and football icon Shannon Sharpe. This wasn't just a legal spat. It ignited a media frenzy, sparking debates about fame, accountability, and the dark side of the spotlight. The allegations hitting Sharpe were stunning, but what unfolded next was perhaps even more shocking.
And he wasn't at a strip club, but his text messages have been revealed, and it's quite embarrassing for ESPN. So he used to be on First Take, and now they are putting that on ice.
The drama began with a civil complaint filed in Nevada, leveling extremely serious allegations against Sharpe. The plaintiff's claims involved accusations of severe misconduct, paint a picture of emotional and professional fallout from a reported aggressive relationship. The damages sought? A staggering $50 million. It was a figure designed to grab headlines and immediately put the former NFL star under an intense microscope. But before the dust could even settle, Sharpe's camp fired back hard. His legal team released a forceful statement, branding the charges as categorically false and strategically timed. They went further, accusing the plaintiff of fabricating events entirely and manipulating time-stamped messages, hinting at a digital war already underway. They didn't just deny the claims, they promised a countersuit for defamation if the complaint wasn't withdrawn, essentially turning the legal defense into a powerful public counterattack.
Because at that point she said that they were in a they were in an actual relationship. They were in Vegas together. So when that happened, she had already kind of been, in this thing where he's verbally abusive, allegedly, but she thought that they were together.
Amidst this legal firestorm, Pat McAfee jumped into the fray with a broadcast that captivated the sports media world. He dedicated a non-stop 90 minutes to breaking down the lawsuit, refusing to blindly defend or condemn. His approach was to navigate the minefield, framing the complex legal jargon for casual fans and stressing the difference between explosive allegations and proven facts. He hammered home one crucial point. These high-profile cases often live two parallel lives, one unfolding slowly in the courtroom, bound by evidence, and another raging in the unforgiving court of public opinion, where PR and perception can deem someone guilty long before a verdict. He urged caution, reminding viewers that evidence is colder than a December punt, and patience was needed until discovery unveiled hard documentation. Yet, he didn't shy away from acknowledging the gravity of the claims, pointing out how quickly sports media can flip from hero worship to condemnation.
You should have knew as soon as she said put a big black baby in her what time it was. She don't even want the baby to grow. She want the baby to come out your size soon as she have it.
The fallout from the allegations was swift and brutal, especially in the corporate world. Major sneaker and supplement companies, who had been aggressively courting Sharpe for endorsement deals, reacted with cautious silence within 48 hours of the lawsuit going public. It turns out, marketing executives live by an unwritten rule, the 3-headline rule. You endure one unfavorable headline, you monitor 2, and you flee at 3. Sharpe hitting that 3rd threshold, particularly once security cam stills reportedly showing him leaving a Midtown hotel surfaced in tabloids related to the timeline of the allegations, sent brands scrambling. Millions of dollars in potential earnings vanished overnight as companies calculated the risk of association. But what did the lawyers actually say about this massive $50 million demand? McAfee brought in legal experts to dissect the strategy. Attorney Janine Prescott, a former federal prosecutor, described the complaint as comprehensive, but noted it wasn't particularly novel in its structure. Crucially, she emphasized that the eye-popping damages requested hinged less on proving the specific physical allegations and much more on the alleged reputational harm suffered by the plaintiff, plus her potential lost earnings. Think about it. The claim was that her association with Sharp and the alleged events caused significant professional and emotional damage, justifying the massive payout. Sports law professor Dr. Lionel Garrett added context on why the number was so high in a high-profile case like this. He explained that juries often calibrate awards based on the defendant's net worth and perceived influence, not just the alleged harm. Sharp's decade-spanning media presence, huge social following, and perceived wealth create optics that invite astronomical numbers in damages requests. Both experts predicted a lengthy discovery slugfest, a period where both sides exchange evidence that could drag on for a year unless a quiet settlement is reached. Prescott even gave the case a 60-40 chance of actually reaching trial. For Pat McAfee, covering Sharp's legal battle wasn't just another segment. It hit close to home. He openly drew parallels to his own intense, high-profile defamation lawsuit, a battle that had consumed his life. He recounted the emotional toll of constantly facing legal threats, the astronomical cost of paying lawyers 6 figures each quarter, and the gut-wrenching experience of waking up daily to automated alerts about legal motions he never expected to see his name attached to. He admitted the haunting truth. You don't sleep the same once your name is inked on a docket sheet. By sharing this personal trauma, McAfee lent a measure of empathy to Sharp's situation, even while maintaining his analytical distance. Meanwhile, the internet exploded, becoming a digital battlefield where public opinion fractured and misinformation ran rampant. Social media sentiment graphs showed a clear generational divide. Younger viewers, aged 18 to 29, leaned toward believing the plaintiff, citing a general distrust of high-profile figures. Those over 50 largely remained supportive of Sharp, often attributing the accusations to opportunism. The lawsuit landed squarely in the era of receipts, where old takes, past interviews, and public statements could be instantly pulled and weaponized by critics using editing software, turning them into daggers overnight to paint Sharp as hypocritical based on past commentary. But the online chaos wasn't just about opinions. It quickly devolved into a fight for truth itself. Fake documents purporting to show text exchanges between Sharp and the plaintiff circulated within hours, going viral. Thankfully, these were later debunked by cybersecurity experts and digital sleuths on platforms like Reddit who flagged inconsistencies like incorrect time zone stamps. McAfee warned his audience repeatedly that viral screenshots often prove nothing more than Photoshop skills, urging fans to verify sources before sharing anything. Beyond the legal and public relations chaos, the lawsuit struck at the heart of Sharp's career stability, particularly his lucrative position at ESPN. NFL insider Jordan Riddick argued that Sharp wasn't just facing legal jeopardy, he was battling narrative drift. Every day the lawsuit remains in the headlines, critics frame him anew, turning one civil complaint into a proxy war over broader societal issues like athlete privilege, media gatekeeping, and perceived pay gap double standards. But the most significant professional threat emerged from financial analysis. Maria Paredes assessed Sharp's new multi-year ESPN deal, estimated to be worth just south of 8 figures annually. She revealed a crucial chilling clause within that contract, language allowing the network to pause payments if the host becomes materially detrimental to the brand. According to Paredes, a pending lawsuit involving allegations of severe misconduct likely triggers this clause, enabling executives to withhold Sharp's massive salary without formally terminating his deal. As McAfee summarized it starkly, money waits for clarity.